Get ready to amplify your light and shine bright because it's about to get real. Join Spencer Jones, the Prince of Positivity, and get energized with this episode of the Jonesin Show. Let's go! Hey, Energizer, welcome to another episode of the Jonesin Show. I'm your host, Spencer Jones, the Prince of Positivity, and bringing you an amazing and incredible guest joining us today from all the way around the world, across the world, from South Africa, but she's not in South Africa today. She's in the States. She is actually on the East Coast, having fun, visiting friends, helping with events and emceeing events, just being an all-star that she is. She's shining her light. She's doing what she loves to do, which is being her and supporting and helping others. And I'm super excited for you to get to know her and meet her because I've had a chance to get to know her for the last about 2 months or so. So still a newer friendship, but oh my goodness, her energy is off the charts, amazing, and I know you're going to love her. I had the honor of being a guest on her show, and I am so blessed and lucky to have her joining us while she's on vacation, nonetheless, joining us to shine her light here on the Jonesin Show. So without further ado, please help me welcome the amazing Juanita Kapp. Juanita, thank you. Yay!
Yay! Thank you, Spencer, for that lovely introduction. You know, it's always so delightful to engage with you. And I've said it since, we've met. I always tell Spencer, to your audience, I want to say, I always tell Spencer, he doesn't only bring the experience, he is the experience. So I just have a blast with him all the time. Good day, everyone. I'm Juanita Kapp, and I'm from South Africa, but streaming in from Jersey, as Spencer has said. And I'm very honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Oh my gosh, it is our honor to have you. And it's been so much fun to get to know you, see what you're about, and how you serve people over these last couple of months. And with all of our guests, right? I know you all pretty well, but our listeners don't. They don't know you. And so we get to introduce you, which is really amazing. So how about, because you can explain it better than anyone can, how about you share your journey about you and what you do with everyone here?
Absolutely. I am the founder and the owner of the Meticulous Moments podcast, where I facilitate community upliftment through leadership development. And I was a pastor. I actually I preached my last sermon on Christmas Day 2022. I was a pastor in the ministry, ordained pastor for 15 years. And of course, with that, I was also in the corporate world. I've also been an entrepreneur for all those years. And public speaking is really very close to my heart. I do life coaching. I life coach life coaches, and I really want to bring out the best in people. And of course, I have my own mentors, but my most favorite part of what I do is to engage with people. And of course, being in the martial arts world, that is my second home. I'm always at the dojo, fighting and learning and, getting new techniques. And so that's me. I'm a little bit of a mixture of a few things. But I think they all work too well. They all work well together in the
end. They definitely do. I love it. From ordained pastor, corporate, to hosting a podcast, to being a life coach for life coaches, and really just helping other people. Plus the martial arts, right? So your personal growth, your mindset, all of those things they go hand in hand and make you the amazing woman that you are. And again, we're so lucky to have you here. So let me ask you this. Currently, with what you're doing, what is one of your most favorite things you are doing and pursuing now with all those passions and things that you have? What's one of your most favorite things that you are pursuing right now?
Yeah, well, I did a first season with Meticulous. I actually did 100 episodes for my first season, and everybody was like, "What are you doing?" And I said, well, who gets to say how many episodes a season gets to have? So I just picked 100. So at the moment, I'm gearing up my podcast interviews for this year. But I'm actually taking it to another level because I started a Meticulous martial arts mastermind. And I've connected with so many athletes over the last few years that my mastermind is kicking off in February. And then, of course, I've got a lot of other businesses that are starting up. But I'm focusing a lot more on my public speaking, getting on stages, bringing, everything, all the concepts and the themes that I've learned out there, and just uplifting people. I love uplifting people. So Spencer will know at Meticulous Moments, it's all about the person that is on our guest, and I take that person and I make sure my community connect with them, network with them, and support them in everything they do, because we are here to let networking go over into collaboration.
Exactly. Collaboration is key for so many people. We just want to support one another in the best way possible. And sometimes that support, it looks different for each person. Sometimes it's okay, we're not going to work together. We're not going to work together because it just wouldn't mesh and it would throw off the energy. Sometimes it's no, let's go all in and collaborate, and a mixture sometimes in between. And I think that's huge, that collaboration. So what have you noticed here with you sharing guests on meticulous moments and your community? What is something that has been really resonating with you and your community with the guests that have shared? Like, is there a theme or something that has just stood out above all else?
Yeah, I love that question. And you ask really good questions, and that makes my heart so warm, because it makes me feel like this is because we know each other already so well. The impact, I can feel the impact that your podcast is going to have. That is a stunning question, and it's something that's actually been burning on my heart for the last week. In my years in the ministry, I learned that, we build on relationship. So all those people that I've interviewed, even if they were on the podcast, even if I just had a virtual coffee with them, I really built relationship. And for me, when we build relationship, and there's a song that I love, my favorite song in the whole world is Unstoppable by Sia. And my word for 2023 is also unstoppable. But I want to put it in a phrase. I want to say, when we build relationship, we become unstoppable together. And people need to really come back to that place where we realize we are just all here to help each other, to build relationship, to really get to know each other. Because when we build relationships, Spencer, there is an authenticity that shines through. We break through from communicating to connecting. We go to the other level, and that's where the magic happens. That's the sweet spot for me. So what's resonating with me at the moment is relationship, relationship, relationship all over the place.
I love it, and it's such a big thing in our lives. And as you pointed out, and your thought and philosophies at the moment, that's what we're here, is to connect, to network, to build those relationships with one another, and not necessarily romantic relationships, but just friendships and that partnership, and just getting to know and interact with other people and their energy. And so many people get thrown off when they hear the word relationship. They think, oh my gosh, I have to have this long-lasting friendship or a romantic relationship or something like that. Our minds just get so mono-focused. But there's so many different types of relationships out there. What are some struggles that you've seen people have with relationships, and do you have any advice for overcoming those struggles?
That is another wonderful, impeccable question. I've noticed over the years, the biggest problem in any type of relationship, whether it's business, whether it's in the martial arts, whether it's a romantic relationship, whether it's with a family member or a friend, the most common mistake I see is that people lose themselves. They get into this relationship and they feel like they have to pretend to be something else or someone else. And that immediately takes the energy and the joy and the shine and the power out of that relationship, because we are not supposed to all be the same. We are supposed to be iron that sharpens iron. So the moment you get into a relationship, and let's say it's a business relationship, and you have certain principles that you use in your business, and you are bringing in another partner and they have principles, the art of business is to take those principles and shape something new. It's not to collapse the one side and then just go over to the other side. We all have to honor each other. And in life, we treat everybody with dignity and respect. So bringing yourself, your authentic and integral self to the playground, I call it, that is the most important part. Don't lose yourself in the business. Don't lose yourself in the friendship. Don't lose yourself in the romance. Be yourself and be authentically so.
So many people, myself included, have struggled with that because we try to conform. We're like, oh, I met the person, they're amazing, I'm going to conform. I don't want to lose them. I want to be just like them, or be what I think they want me to be, as opposed to being ourselves. And so, okay, we get we want to be, or we should be, our authentic selves. I try to stay away from the word should, but okay, the goal is to be our true authentic selves. So we're not conforming per se to what they need, or what we feel they want us to be. But how do we do that? How do we know who our true self is? And shouldn't we adapt and be? Isn't that the nice thing to do? Is to conform to what other people are? How do we avoid that, but also do it in a respectful way? Like, what's the balance? Because I feel like that's a hard thing to balance.
That's a badass question. The balance is the sweet spot, right? That's the place we want to get to. And let's be honest, none of us always maintain the balance all the time.
Not at
But
all.
really, self mastery, getting to know yourself on a personal level, what resonates with you and what doesn't, and having the courage to say if it fits in with you and if it doesn't. That's the first thing. You have to know yourself. If you don't master yourself, how can you master your business? How can you master other people? You have to be able to have a real talk with yourself and say, well, Juanita, you have not put your borders or your boundaries down today. And other people have, of course, as is human nature, past those boundaries. So be true to yourself. Make sure you know yourself, and you only do that by spending time with yourself. Self care is not a bad thing. Self care is at the order of the day. If I don't look after Juanita, I can't pitch up for Spencer or the other projects that I'm busy with, or for my children, or for my business partners. I have to look after this so that this can work efficiently with my heart, so that I can give the best of myself. So that's a challenge. How do you find that balance? Learn how to read other people. In the ministry, I learned how to read people. I read their body language. I can see what they're thinking, and then I adapt. If I see someone is feeling comfortable in a conversation and we are doing a business deal, I adapt and we play and we get to the deal. But if I feel they're feeling tense or I see the body language changing, then I know back off a little bit. First, make a joke, get to know them a bit better, maybe make a proposal in the next meeting. And it's like that on all planes. Get to know yourself and then get to know other people. But educate yourself on how to read people. Learn how to work with different personalities. That's my best advice to you.
That's amazing, amazing advice. Uh, let me say this. Let me ask it this way. It's scary to spend time by myself because I know all the crazy things I've done with my mindset, with all the things I've done wrong, all the things I've done right, but I don't look at those. How it's scary, and I'm afraid to spend time with myself. I've been there. I know I've worked through it, but I know a lot of our energizers have felt this way or feel this way. How can we overcome that fear, or what's the best way to overcome that fear and get to know ourselves faster or better than just not doing it because we're afraid? What are some ways we can do that?
Absolutely. Well, the first thing you can do is to absolutely focus on the good things.
Hmm.
Start with the good things before you go on to the harder, most difficult things to chew. We all have things we're working on, Spencer. All of us, and that will stay like that forever. I'm sometimes scared of myself as well. But you know what I do? I bring comedy relief in. I look at myself in the mirror, and when I start to doubt myself, or when I start to be scared of what I see, I will look at myself in the mirror and I'll go, my goodness, you've got beautiful green eyes. And
Hmm.
then I'll start laughing at myself, or I'll think of something silly I said or did, because we all do silly things, right?
It's
I
true.
try to have a relationship with myself. I try to speak to myself and say, you know what? Oh my goodness, I saw the photos, Juanita. That outfit did not work. It looked fine in the mirror, but on the photo, and I make jokes about things, and that's how I really ease through the pain. Because I want to speak to the audience today. We don't always talk about the pain because we want to hide that, and we want to look perfect and pure and amazing. And I have pain. I sit and cry sometimes about things. Sometimes I don't wake up joyous, but I lift my eyes and then I say, wow, that's not going to be my mood for the day. I'm fabulous. I've made it up to here. Yesterday was amazing. Today is going to be more wonderful. And what I do is I speak to the universe. I look at my day. Because when I open, most of the time, 99% of the time, I open my eyes and I go, yes, I get to do this again. What am I going to do today? And then I stand up in my power pose and I say, how much better can this day get? And the universe works like this. It sends me miracles. It sends me breakthroughs. It sends me divine doors because I posed a question and the universe has to answer. So I hope that answers your question. Just be, courageous. And if you have a day you don't want to look in the mirror and you don't want to face yourself, take a leave of absence for that day. Tomorrow we start again.
That is incredible advice and knowledge that to share. Thank you so much. I love that idea. I wake up usually feeling well, I'm tired right when I wake up, and I force myself to work out. But I go,
Yeah.
okay, this is an amazing day. I'm here. I'm blessed. But I love the question. Well, how more amazing can this day get? What other amazing things does this day have in store for me? And posing that question, knowing that the universe has to respond, and your mind, because you posed it, your mind's always trying to solve any questions you answer or ask it. It's going to search for all those amazing things and make it.
Yeah.
So I'm incorporating that into my daily routine. Now when I wake up, I open my eyes, I go, thank you for another amazing day. This is awesome. What other amazing things are going to come my way? How more incredible is this day? So thank you. That was huge. I love it.
You know what I love about you, Spencer?
What?
You read, you know what I love about you? You read between the lines and you hear what's not being said. And that's a very strong intuition because you unpack that really well. I illustrated the idea and you just caught it and you unpacked it perfectly. I love that. You're amazing.
Oh, well, thank you for the kind words. Thank you for the amazing idea, and the way you laid it out made me just understand it. And I'm glad I understood it the way you meant it. So that's
You
amazing.
did. You did. You're amazing.
The one of the things I noticed as we were talking about relationships, and when you're talking about the relationship with ourselves, right? That we need to, that self-care is a good thing. We need to take care of ourselves, right? It's not being selfish at all. You're being selfless. You're making sure your cup is full so you can help others. But the thing that really stood out to me was relationships. Okay, we've talked about relationships with other people. That's why we're here. But we get so focused on relating to other people, whether it's a business partner, a friend, a spouse, kids, whoever. But we forget probably, I would say, the most important relationship, the one with ourselves, right? I mean, it's so huge. I don't know about you, but for me, I've beaten myself up. I've let my inner bully, as my friend Sean Douglas likes to say, I let the inner bully beat me up, belittle me, tell me I'm worthless and weak. Where, I mean, at one point in my life, I wanted to commit suicide. It was that bad. I hit my rock bottom, and that inner bully was going to town. I felt horrible. And all I had, and what I needed to do, I should say, not all, it was a lot of work, but what I needed to do is rebuild that belief in myself, rebuild and realize, okay, this is my purpose. This is my mission. This is where I'm going. And I need to build that relationship with me, because what happened is I kept pushing off that relationship with myself, trying to conform, trying to be what I thought other people wanted me to be, and trying to let my ego, or letting my ego run the ship, when I had to go, oh, I need to know me and create this loving relationship with me first. And it's been a journey, right? There's good days, there's bad days. Heck, 2 years after I started this journey, there were still points, and there's still points today, although a lot less, where I go, I don't love me. Like, I don't. And I couldn't look at myself in the mirror and say that. Now, thankfully, since that point, I've been able to say it pretty consistently to myself and truly mean it. But it's a relationship that we have to build and work on, just like any other relationship with other people. We have to build that relationship with ourselves. And that's huge.
I love that. And that's so true. And you know what? You and I made exactly the same mistakes. I've been down that road, Spencer. There was a time that I couldn't even look at myself in the mirror if I brushed my teeth.
Mm-hmm.
I had gone through so many things that I was so disgusted with the image of me. I had self-hatred, I had depression, I felt like I was worthless. And that really started with me when I was a baby. Because and I'm gonna share this on your podcast because I want to do that. That's the first time I've ever mentioned it online, ever.
Well, thank you.
When my mom fell pregnant, she bought everything blue because my dad wanted a boy.
Hmm.
And I was born in those days, and I'm going to tell the audience I'm 42 years old. I was born in 1980. Those days they didn't know beforehand. And when I was born, he didn't even pick me up. He just looked at me and he looked at my mother. And I never grew up knowing him. I only grew up with my fabulous mom, who unfortunately I lost to brain cancer, but she was a legend. He looked at her and he said to her, real men have boys. And he left. And for a small little baby to accept that negative vibrational field, those words, that stress my mom had to have felt in the womb, the stress I had to have, because I'm sure she was thinking, oh, what do I do if it's not a boy? We
Right.
don't know what was going through her mind. And I think I carried that through my life. Because looking back for a very long time in my life, people walked all over me. They treated me badly, and I just lay down and allowed it because I felt I was worth nothing. And I got to a place later in life, actually with her death, I realized a lot of things, a lot of broken relationships later. I realized, but I am worth something. I am the queen of my life. I am precious. And it doesn't matter that I wasn't what he expected. I'm supposed to be here. I'm Juanita Kapp, man. The world needs me as the world needs Spencer Jones and all the other people we know. I was supposed to be who I am. So I've been there, Spencer. I hear you. My heart goes out to you. And I thank you for being here with me on this platform, because knowing that we share the same journey, that makes it easier for me to share the pain that I went through. So thank you for what you are doing, because this platform that you have, this is healing, Spencer. This heals people. And it really speaks to people out there that are too afraid to say what they're really feeling.
It's amazing the space that we give people, whether it's through Meticulous Moments, the Jonesin4show, or any of the things that we do, that we give people that safe place to be themselves, to heal, to have the awareness of certain things that might be painful, and to have the chance to heal from that, and to know that they're not alone. That's huge. And it's amazing that we have similar similar stories and similar experiences with a lot of it. And I'm terribly sorry for you and your mom going through that, and to see how you learn from it. Holy crap, that's inspiring to learn. No, I do have value. I am worthy. I am enough. All of those incredible things that your mom might have told you. I don't know, maybe your mom told you those things, maybe you've heard it from other people, but you never believed it in your heart of hearts until you decide to go, okay, nope, you know what, that's not true. That I do have worth. I'm not worthless. I'm not stupid. I'm not dumb. I'm worth something. And once you finally turn that in and believe in yourself, and believe, even if it's a little bit, then it can start to build and grow. And you start forming that relationship with you, because before it was a broken, you had a relationship with you. It was just not a healthy one. It was a broken one.
Exactly.
And now you're trying to turn around, make it a healthy. So let me ask you this. If you could offer one piece of advice or one strategy, one tip for people to improve their relationship with themselves, what would that be?
Yeah, I love that. I love that. You need to know your worth. Let me tell you something. I made a lot of mistakes in my life because I let people do certain things to me because I thought, oh, it'll change, it'll change. If you have someone in your life that's constantly walking all over you, that's treating you badly, that's putting you in an emotional state of anxiety, if you allow that, you are not having a good relationship with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a good relationship with yourself, you'll say, you know what? I love you. You're amazing, whoever the person might be. But the way you treat me is not healthy. And I'm speaking to myself, I need to look after this. And it's not an egotistical thing, and it's not a selfish thing. But the way that that person treats you, if it's not healthy, Spencer, my first advice would be, if you really love yourself and know yourself and invest in yourself and do that introspection, you'll walk away. So I've started to, and this is my thing for 2023 as well. If I feel I'm in a situation where a person is not treating me with dignity or with the same respect that I give them, I'm going to politely just walk away and say, you know what, I'll still love you, but I can love you from afar. I will always love people, but I love you from this distance. I won't be so close to you, because that is how you show love to yourself, by not, and you mentioned bullying, by not letting people bully you all the time. Do that for yourself and stand up and treat people with dignity and become that example. Anyone in the audience that needs to hear that. So you heard me and Spence now for me for this year. If people bully me, I'm going to say, I love you, but I'll wait from you for you at you from here.
Hey, Energizer. I want to cut in here really quick before you start this episode of the Jonesin 4 Show to let you know something really, really cool. And that is, we launched another podcast. That's right, we launched another podcast called, you ready? The Daily Energize. That's right, the Daily Energize is available on all streaming platforms, right? So however you like your podcast, go find us. What is the Daily Energize? It is your daily jolt of positivity, of energy, where I offer you tips, tricks, strategies, stories to help you crush your day. All the shows are roughly 5 to 10 minutes long, right? So on your commute to work or in your lunchtime, whenever you want, you could pop it in, listen to it, get a little jolt of energy so you can keep crushing your day. Again, it's called the Daily Energize, and I would love it, absolutely love it and appreciate it if you can subscribe. And heck, share it out with your friends. Give them a little jolt of energy. All right, on to today's episode. Right, learning to love you and accept you for you, and not letting other people bully you, and having those boundaries is huge. It's hard. It can be very difficult to set and keep those, but they are crucial for you having that inner peace, feeling happy, feeling joy filled and fulfilled, and all of those things that we're craving in our life. Well, they're going to be on the other side of you holding that boundary. Now, it can be hard and difficult. Sometimes it's easy, sometimes it's hard and difficult. But know that you're never alone, right? You have Juanita, you have me, you have our Energizer family here to support you on that journey. When you're struggling, you're like, oh, I really want to give in to this thing, this person, this boundary I want to keep on. Lean on us, reach out to us, and we'll be there to support you and help you through that. And I think that's huge. And I'm so honored to build the relationships in my life with Juanita, with amazing other energizers who are doing incredible work, just like all of you, that we could be there to support one another. Because, there's times I need help, and I have people that I lean on, my inner circle and my broader circle, and people beyond that even, that I lean on when I need help, and they lean on me when they need help. And that's beautiful. So I strongly invite and advise everyone to check your circle, see who's around you, and have that support. Whether they're there in person, that's beautiful. But what's cool about our day and age, they don't have to be. It could be virtual. Juanita's, halfway around the world, and I could lean on her for support if I need, right? And she's a lot closer now.
I'm gonna contact.
Right, exactly. Like it's so amazing how we can connect with people literally all around the world and have that support system. While it might not be in person, some might be, but we can have that virtually, and that is still incredible and amazing and helpful. I know all of my Energizer family, you have helped me through tough times, and you didn't have to be present. You might not have even known I was struggling, but just knowing you were there and I could lean on you helped and supported me. That's amazing.
I love that. And your heart shines through in everything that you say. And I know, I was playing now and everything, but I want to tell the audience I'm serious, that Spencer is, he is the epitome of emotional intelligence, because I can have a wholesome conversation with Spencer. And I know if I'm going through a tough day and maybe I feel a little bit down, because you see us, we are joyful and we shine. I mean, I think together we'll make a big light if we were in the same room together. But really, some days we have off days, and I'm serious when I say I'll contact Spencer on Messenger and say, hey, brother, let me tell you, I'm having a tough day, and I know that Spencer will lift me. And he'll say 1 or 2 or 3 words, and I'll feel better, and we'll move along. And next time, maybe if he's going through something, I'll be there. And that's the point. And that's why I love what you do. You are consistent. You are the same. When I meet you, you always have a smile on your face. You're always warm and inviting. Your character is strong. And that's why your community is strong, because you have a strong character. Very, very important.
I am incredibly grateful and thank you for the kind words, and thankful for you being part of our family, part of our journey. And I'm always here for you, and I know you're there for me anytime. And you do the same thing for your community, all the people you serve and help, meticulous moments, and all of your family members. It's so amazing to see you, and you're here in the States because of them, and supporting them and getting to see them, virtually before, but now in person. And that's amazing. And I can't wait till the day you and I are in the same room together. Hopefully we get to go visit Romania together, wherever we are, wherever that is. We're going to have fun. We're going to shine bright. The whole world's not going to be the same. It's going to be just amazing. Absolutely incredible.
Listen, Dracula, it's Romania, right? Dracula, we're going to shine that light deep into the darkness.
Yes, we're going to shine our light deep into Transylvania and make everybody just energized and happy. I love it. Oh my goodness.
No, I'm definitely, I'm sure that I'll be able to sign up for that. I would love to. I mean, I would go anywhere with you and your beautiful wife. You guys are such an inspiration to me, and you're my family now, and that's important that we spend time. So we'll definitely have to do something together.
Oh, I know we will. I have no doubt. I'm super excited. Can't wait for you and Katie to meet, and just, it's going to be so incredible. And to all Energizers, come join us. We're going to Romania August of 2023. Have fun. If you're listening to this afterwards, check us out. We're doing a lot of other trips nationally within the United States, but also internationally. So with that, I want to be respectful of your time. I appreciate you giving up some valuable time on your vacation to chat with us. Let me ask you one last question. If you could offer one tip, one strategy, something to help people live their life to the max, what would that be?
Don't take yourself too seriously. When we are young, we have this beautiful, and I'm looking at that wonderful hoodie that you're wearing. I love the colors, and it speaks of you. It speaks of who you are and what you represent. When we are small, I was at a pastor's conference a few years ago, and they spoke about the fact that when we are small, everything's colorful and magical and amazing. And, our intuition is so strong and our spirits are open, and we have these crayons. And when we draw pictures, we make everything the wrong color, but it's beautiful and flowing. And then we go through life. And by the time we get to our last year in school, which for us in South Africa is grade 12, you're only left with a black pen and a gray pencil and a ruler. And nothing is magical anymore. And every little mistake we make, we ponder on. And every little thing that we think that's wrong, we focus on. And we don't want to look at the nice and the beautiful. And we don't walk barefoot on the grass anymore. We don't lie on our backs like we used to when we were small, making pictures in the clouds. And then the pastor said, and I forget his name, but the pastor said, life steals our crayons. And when we start to live like that, we take everything so seriously that everything loses joy. And I did that for a very long time in my life. So I taught myself I have to laugh at myself if I make a mistake. I want to tell you something. You are going to love this. So the weekend for the event, listen to this, full transparency. This weekend for the event, I put on these eyelashes that you, for the photos, right? So the ones that you stick here, right? So one of the days I got home and the one side had lifted. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I did this with my eye and I laughed so loud because I thought to myself, how many people did I talk to and this thing was going like this, right? And then the last night, the Sunday night, I go to bed, but these are still on because they're stuck with glue. And I wake up on Monday morning and the one is here, it's standing there, and the other one is right here. And I looked at myself in the mirror and I just burst out laughing. Because you know what? I could have looked at that and thought, embarrassed myself, or, I'm never going to do this again. And I looked and I thought, my goodness. And I actually took a photo and it was so funny. Laugh at yourself. Don't take yourself too seriously. Life is joy. Life is amazing. And, there's so many good things that we can focus on. So my best advice would be, laugh at yourself now and again. Don't take things too seriously. And don't take offense when people, when they say things to you. If you get into a situation, don't take it personal. What they are bringing you are the things that's bothering them about themselves. And see it that way and just love people.
It's absolutely incredible advice. I love that too. Don't take it too seriously. Laugh, enjoy life from things that
With
you
my
see, from what
eyelashes.
other people see. The eyelashes, think the eyelashes for you listening in audience was like one was up on her forehead, one was on her cheek. It was crazy. It was just she was just saying hi to everyone, making everyone smile. I love it. And I'm gonna say I'm gonna have to steal that. I'll give you credit, but I'm gonna have to steal that the analogy of, you know, as they were kids playing with crayons, and as we get older how life steals those crayons and we're left with those, you know, pencil, a pen, and a ruler.
Yeah.
Because holy crap, that hit home for me. Like, I felt that, and it's so true for many people. Now maybe you're a musician or an artist that is less so, but even as a musician myself, no, we still experience the life plucking away and taking those colors away from us that we have to conform. And I'm going to be thinking about that and using that in my teaching. So thank you for sharing that beautiful analogy with me and with all of us today. This has been incredible, Juanita. Holy cow, I feel energized. I'm pumped up. I know all of our energizers are as well. How can they connect with you and work with you if it aligns, and just get to know the amazing Juanita more?
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Spencer. This was just amazing. You know, you just made my day just even brighter. And thank you for being in my life. I look forward to doing a lot of things, collaborating with you, because I feel that passion. You can reach me on Facebook, of course. Find me on Facebook, Juanita Kapp. I'm also very active on LinkedIn, and I'm launching my website soon. So I will be making those details available as well. And first of all, I think the easiest way would be to email me at meticulousmacaroons@gmail.com. Meticulousmacaroons@gmail.com. I guess now you all know that I love cookies. So remember that it's a meticulous cookie, a meticulous macaroon. And of course, it's Gmail. So reach out to me if you want to be on my show. I'll highlight you. It's all for community upliftment. And let's make the world a better place.
Yes, love it, love it, love it. Please reach out. We will put all of her links to websites, to social media, emails, all that in the show notes. So if you missed it or you're driving, don't want to write it down, just go to spencermjones.com/jonesinforshow. Click on this episode and you get all the show notes, all that great stuff, so you can connect with Juanita, feel her energy, and be empowered. So, so amazing. Juanita, thank you so much. This has been so much fun. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Spencer. Thank you for everything. And I look forward to connecting with you. And who knows, we might just go to Romania together. So, Dracula, watch out. We're on our way.
Oh my gosh, I cannot wait. It's going to be so much fun. And energizers, I hope you feel energized like I do after that episode. Holy cow, Juanita is amazing. Make sure you connect with her. And remember to keep being you. Shine your light. Don't let life steal your crayons anymore. Let your light shine, right? Add some color, add some vibrancy, and be you, because you are amazing. Develop that relationship with you so that you can have healthy relationships with other people as well. And that way you just shine even brighter, right? You let your true light shine. So with that, Juanita, thank you. Everybody, thank you for being you. Keep letting your light shine. Remember that you are amazing, worthy, and enough just the way you are. And until next time, Energizers, I'll catch you later. Bye.
Bye.